Hello students, today we'll start with poem 10 from a railway carriage, which is a poem written by the poet Robert Louis Stevenson. So, who is Robert Louis Stevenson? Robert Louis Stevenson was born on 13th November 1850 and died on 3rd December 1894. He was born at 8 Howard Place, Edinburgh, which is in Scotland. He is a Scottish writer, a poet, an essayist, and a travel writer. So who is a travel writer? The one who visits various places and he notes down each and every detail wherever he visits. Travel writer कौन होता है? जो पर्सन जगह जगह पे ट्रैवल करता है, कैसे ट्रैवल किया, उसकी ट्रैवलिंग में क्या क्या हुआ, वो सारी चीज़ें नोट डाउन करता है. और जब वो नोट करता है, इट कैन बी in a form of a poem, it can be in a form of a essay or any writer. Okay, so that is the meaning of a travel writer. So here are some famous works done by Robert Louis Stevenson, which are like these are the most famous for his stories of adventure, like just like Treasure Island, Kidnapped, and Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and his children's poetry collected in a Child's Garden of Verse. Children's poetry की भी एक book है, जो collection है, उस book का नाम क्या है? A Child's Garden of Verses. Okay, so let us come to our poem first. From a Railway Carriage. So when Stevenson wrote this poem, जब Stevenson ने ये poem लिखी, at that time the technology of railway locomotive was absolutely new. उस टाइम पे रेलवे का इन्वेंशन एकदम नया नया हुआ था. ओके, उसकी फंक्शन, उसका टेक्नोलॉजी जो भी था, that was completely new. So some people even thought that trains were black magic. And the people who were not believing on science and technology, जिसको science and technology पे बिल्कुल भी faith नहीं था, those people what they thought कि ये black magic होगा. Black magic मतलब क्या होता है? जादू टोना. Okay, so those people used to think like this is a black magic. How come a machine can pick up people and drop those people to their respective places in a very less time? तो वो एक तरीके से उन लोगों के लिए was a black magic. So sometimes आप लोगों के साथ भी ऐसा हुआ होगा that something, a new invention must have made you amazed and you must be feeling like, wow, what an invention, how to go through it, can this also happen, is it possible? There are few surprises that each and every time science and technology gives you. So at that time when Stevenson was writing this poem, railway was a surprise, was a magic, was completely new technology for people. And From a Railway Carriage is a traveling experience given by the poet. So traveling experience are a source of great happiness for children. In our childhood days, we all had attraction towards traveling in a train because of its length, the sound it produced, and the mechanical movements of the wheels and the loud horn of the train. Okay, so here in the poem From a Railway Carriage by Stevenson, the poet is describing his thrilling journey in the train. और वो क्या बता रहा है उस जर्नी के दौरान जब वो ट्रेन में ट्रैवल कर रहा था, जब वो फर्स्ट टाइम उसने ट्रैवल किया, तो व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू डिपिक्ट, वो बता रहा है कि उसने क्या क्या सीन्स देखे जब वो ट्रेन में ट्रैवल कर रहा था, उसने खिड़की के बाहर क्या क्या सीन्स देखे. सो इन दिस poem, poet shares his experience of a railway journey with us. He describes its speeds, which is very amazing. He presents natural scenes, which he had seen from the window of a railway carriage. The poet describes a journey by train. He describes a journey by train. He describes the different scenes that passes by his eyes while traveling so rapidly that all the things seen while traveling are just a glance. They disappear all together. ओके मतलब वो ट्रेन से जब भी जा रहा था वो सारे सीन्स वो जो देख रहा था वो दिख भी रहे थे और बहुत जल्दी जल्दी गायब भी हो रहे थे. They were just disappearing like anything. So he is trying to depict those things in his poem. In this poem, the poet is also sharing his experience of his first railway journey. He has been amazed by the speed of the train. वो अपने सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर कर रहा है जब वो फर्स्ट टाइम पे रेलवे में बैठा था जब वो ट्रेन में बैठा था.